So in your own opinion, can you explain what eating and drinking healthy, why is it so important in your own opinion?
Because it feeds the body. So when you sleep, it takes in, your body is taking in all of the goodness that you've given it that day. It's doing what it can with it, and it's optimizing your body, basically. Can you hear that?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to turn it off? It's my fan laptop.
That's fine, don't worry about it.
So yeah, no, well, we can edit that anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you're sleeping at night time, your body takes in all of the goodness that you've given it in the day, and it optimizes you ready for the next day. And there's a lot of sickness nowadays, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of type 2 diabetes, and you know, I speak to people that have got thyroid problems and things like that, and it's really to do with eating and drinking the right stuff. So we're in a culture, for example, where we drink a lot of tea and coffee.
Yeah.
And, you know, for example, you go to Italy and you get your coffee in just a real short shot cup. That it's kind of
espresso.
Yeah, it's a hit of coffee. It does what it's supposed to do. It gives you that stimulus, and then you kind of go about your day. Where, you know, over here we've got big mugs. You know, they're full of milk, they're full of sugar, and these things don't help you to, you know, optimize your body really. I've got a video, in fact, on my Instagram, which is everything_that's_life.
Yeah.
Where I explain that caffeine and sugar, they're both stimulants for the nervous system. And if you're overstimulating your nervous system, one of the side effects is going to be anxiety and nervousness.
Yeah.
So it's just about having the awareness of saying, well, you know, drink more water, drink more herbal teas, you know. So things like, you can drink things like thyme, just boil it and drink it, cinnamon tea. These things are really good for you, are much better than tea and coffee. And, you know, if you continue to do that for a sustained period of time, you know, then I would love that person to come back and tell me how they feel, because I'm yet to be the person that says, you know what, I feel so much better. And it could be mentally, it could be physically, you know, anything like that. And I always say that, you know, we're, a lot of us are parents, and, you know, it's down to us as parents to teach our kids, you know, what health is.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
What's good for them, what's bad for them, you know, and encourage them to do more of what's good for them. So, you know, that's why it's important to eat and drink the right stuff throughout your day, and then let the magic happen at night, and then, you know, you're revitalized again for another day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, especially like we mentioned, kids nowadays, obviously the health risk is extremely high, isn't it? So it's all about the high sugary foods, the sweets, and everything that they just keep piling into themselves, and without realizing, as mentioned earlier, that the long-term benefits, the long-term effects it's going to do to somebody, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think the statistic at the moment is that 1 in 2 people in this country will get cancer.
Wow.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's a crazy statistic, right? So, and then I look at it like, I've got 2 boys. Now, I know statistically it says one of them will, but both of them could, or none of them could, because it's still on the whole majority of the people. But the point is though, that's the statistic, that one of them will catch cancer. And it's not because it's hereditary. It's not because, you know, it has to be like that.
Yeah.
You know, so if you've got an opportunity to make a change, you know. And one of the biggest things that things like cancer feed on is sugars. You know, it's things like that people should know. You know, you can really help things through diet, through eating the right foods. You know, a lot of people that go to the gym think that they need protein, but you don't need as much protein as you think you do. It's a bit like, once you've got it in your head, it's hard to get out. So it's like people that might take a pre-workout. and they go to and they get that boost and they do a good workout. But for them to not take the pre-workout, they feel like they're lacking something, but they're not. They just need to build up that natural esteem just to be able to go in and just do a solid workout, which we're all capable of, you know.
Yeah, we are definitely all capable of that. And yeah, I think the best pre-workout you can get is just a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or something like that, because at least it's that natural boost that you get, isn't it? I've tried speaking from experience, I've tried pre-workouts myself, and to be honest with you, you can feel the horrible effect it can do to you. But when you just have a organic, like a natural cup of coffee, which is just completely organic, that just gives me stupid amounts of energy for God knows how many moments in time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm exactly the same. I normally have a veg pasta before I go to the gym, and it just gives me a real boost of energy for me just to go in there and just do my thing and have a solid workout. So, you know, yeah, whether you're eating, whether you're drinking, just try to keep it clean and just put your body through that growth period. It's the same, you know, with anything. Even if you're trying to up the weight, you still need to just take your time, go slowly, and you'll get there. Rome wasn't built in a day. That's what they say, right? So
that is true. Yeah, that is true. Rome was not built in a day. Nothing was ever built in a day, was it?
no, nothing worth it. No, you know.
No.
So yeah, it's just about sticking at it.
That is true. So what is your, because I remember last time when, as I mentioned in it about the lychee that you gave me, and I remembered all the beautiful dragon fruits, the organic cucumbers, the potatoes. You showed me different colors of potatoes. I didn't even know they even existed. So thank you for the history. Thank you for the lesson there as well, Daniel. But what is your best-selling fruit and veg? And can you please explain each one of their benefits?
So the best-selling fruit
That you sell at ETL.
I don't have one because they're seasonal.
Okay.
So, for example, like, I don't have dragon fruits, but when dragon fruits were in, they were really popular. You know, so dragon fruit, for example, is a really good fruit because it's low in sugar. So if you're diabetic, you have to be careful of certain fruits that you eat because they'll spike your blood. Where things like watermelon and things like dragon fruit, they're low in sugar, and they're a lot more, because of that, they're a lot more slow releasing. So it's something that if you're diabetic, you can indulge into it. At the moment, my best selling fruit probably have to be the blood oranges right now that I've had for the last probably like 3 weeks to the last 4 weeks. They've been coming in from Italy. And I got them in because once again, they reminded me of my childhood. You know, I think, blood oranges are the
best place where to spend a childhood in Italy.
I got so many good memories. But yeah, the blood oranges, high in antioxidants, and high in vitamin C. So antioxidants are things that will help fight cancers and free radicals in your body. And things like your vegetables, you're looking at, I'd probably say potatoes are one of my best selling.
Oh yeah, good choice.
Because everyone loves potatoes, but broccoli as well.
Yeah, I remember the other day when you put on Instagram, you were making a video on these really huge sized broccolis, and it was like, check the size of that broccoli out. It looks amazing and everything. I was like, can I get one right now, please? You throw one through the screen if you can.
I've never seen broccoli heads that big. They were absolutely huge. They were bigger than mine. I don't like it before. But once again,
usually they're about that big, aren't they? The broccoli heads when you get them.
Yeah, this was massive. My hand couldn't even cover the whole top of it, you know. So they did some real, you know. And then I think, you know, because I'm into farming as well. I think, man, your soil must have been really good. I wonder what it was like. What did you feed it? How did it work?
Yeah.
Why did it look so big?
You want to ask those questions.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because some of the farms I go to, they're absolutely. They're amazing. Like one of the farms, Bedlam, I mean, they've got over 300 acres, you know, so it's some serious land that they've got, you know, so it's just brilliant, really. But yeah, broccoli's another good one. I'd like to get people eating more veg because I think that for you to really get health, you need to eat a wide variety of veg nowadays.
Definitely.
You know, so you'll end up deficient in something if you don't eat a bit of everything. And it's just about making it tasty. I think that a big thing that I've learned being on the markets is that it's important to educate people on what you can do with the fruit and the veg, because more so the veg than the fruit, to be fair, because I think that a lot of people, they might shy away from things because they've heard of it, but they wouldn't know what to do with it. So, like, for example, I've had things like Jerusalem artichokes. They're just like potatoes. Just treat them like potatoes. So you can mash them, you can boil them, you can roast them, you can make them into chips, and they're a really good alternative, and they're less starchy as well. So they're really good. And even if you've got like a little air fryer, where you only have to use like a little bit of oil, to do some roast potatoes or some chips with them. I've got some celeriac coming next week, which I think is going to be.
Yeah, please tell the viewers who do not know what is celeriac, please, because that name sounds so unique within itself.
Yeah, so celeriac is like a really big sweet.
Okay.
And they're just really nice to cook with. They're full of fiber, and they're full of vitamins A and K, so they're really good for the skin. And you can make soup with them, so you can treat it like a butternut squash, where you chop it up, roast it, boil it, and then make a really nice soup with it. And it's just bringing more of this educational stuff really to Nottingham, just so that people know all the different alternatives that are out there. Even like things like salsify and burdock are things that I've had in.
Yeah, I remember those things.
Yeah, and you can just treat it just like carrots. Really, just roast them, honey roast them, and things like that, and do a really nice veg meal. Beetroot's another one. I brought all different kinds of beetroots to the market. I brought white beetroots, gold beetroots, red beetroots. Beetroots is really good for you. They're really pungent. A lot of the stuff that's pungent is always better for you just because of its alkaline level. So normally the acid stuff normally tastes sweeter, right? So that's normally the sugars, but beetroot's really good for you, and if you roast it, it becomes a little bit less pungent. So there's just different ways for you to cook with it that you can kind of find a way that you like it.
That's very good.
And yeah, that's really what it's about. And juicing as well. Juicing's a great way to get lots of different vegetables in you at once, really. So I always like to do beetroot, carrot, and ginger. And I put there's a little video that I put up, and some pictures that I put up on the Instagram as well. And I just switched it up. I use yellow carrots, white beetroots, and ginger, and yeah, it's really good stuff. It helps to clean you out.